Hello everyone. This is my first lesson for Coptic grammar, Coptic vocabulary as well. And in this lesson, we're gonna cover Coptic articles and what their uses are. Okay, so an important prerequisite is the ability to read Coptic. There are lots of videos on YouTube to help with that. Lots of resources for that. I'm gonna skip that though because this isn't uh, a curriculum on how to read Coptic. It's a curriculum on understanding Coptic, knowing what you're saying. Okay, so first let's cover what the articles are. They are better thought of as just specialized adjectives because they're modifying the noun. And specifically, it's just talking about what the noun that you're talking about is referring to. And so you'll see what I mean with what it's like referring to in a bit. But there are two types of articles. The definite is one that like you know for a fact which one you're talking about, whether it's uh, like it's this specific one or it's like some or like if it's something in the room with you or if it's just something that you've been talking about with the person who you're conversing with. And then there's an indefinite article, which is just referring to an indefinite noun. Basically, you're making a statement that's ambiguous. Okay, so in English, the definite article is better known as the. And so here the example is I walked the dog. And this understood to be like either my dog if like you're really trying to stretch it, or it just means like you're talking about the only dog that applies to the conversation. So like if you're like taking care of a friend's dog or something and you text them, I walked the dog, that friend's gonna understand that you walked their dog, not like some other dog. Whereas the indefinite article, which is a or an, if there's a vowel after it, I walked a dog. This one leaves a bit more to the imagination, and all the questions you ask are basically boiling down to like, which dog are you talking about, right? So like if we go back to the example with like you taking care of your friend's dog, and you text them and you say, I walked a dog, I think that friend's gonna be like a little worried at least. Like, whose dog did you walk? Aren't you walking my dog, right? So this for ambiguous statements, this for definite statements. And so here we're just gonna like go over plurality, right? Uh, so singular, this like easy, right? It's the for definite and a or an for indefinite. That's for singular stuff. For plural, this where like it gets kind of weird. So for definite, it's still the, but indefinite, it's implied, right? So like if I say, well, I don't know, like I walk a dog for a living, right? That's just singular. Like there is one dog out there that I'm walking, like, and that's how I make my living, right? But more likely, you're gonna say I walk dogs for a living, right? You're not saying I walk a dog. I walk dogs for a living, right? I take care of like multiple ones, and so here, although you don't hear a or an, it's implied, right? That's basically where it's coming from. So that'll help to like understand with articles a bit later. So here, the Coptic articles, on the other hand, singular, just for masculine, p, ip, if. Those are the three sounds that you're going to use, three articles. And then for feminine, t, it, right? And for masculine, plural, you have ni or nin, depending on like how you're using the article. And same with feminine, it's ni or nin. So in Coptic, there's no such thing as plural masculine or plural feminine. It's just plural. So think of it as like really just three different things that can exist. This is a bit misleading of a table, but we'll make do with it. So all that exists is the masculine, the feminine, and plural. Not masculine plural, not feminine plural, just plural. Okay, so the last one that we covered was the definite articles. Now we're at the indefinite articles, which feels a lot more like how you'd see it in English. Here, singular is same for masculine and feminine. It's O. And then for plural, like we already covered, there's no such thing as a distinction between plural masculine or plural feminine. So it makes sense that both of them are the same. It's just Han. Okay, so some examples of Coptic. Here's a Coptic uh, manuscript from I think the 14th century, and this one's where I got the second quote from. We can look at that after we go over this. But first, Revelations chapter 2:1 is Chai biangelos and dev sos she, and then continues on. But here we can see the angelos, the angel, right? Then Matthew 1:19, Yosef de bishai neos mi be, right? And so Yosef, Joseph, bishai ne othmi, right? This one is a righteous man, or at least righteous man is implied. This just means righteous, right? So this indefinite right here, and since it's well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's referring to a man because, like we covered, it's the same for singular masculine and singular feminine. But over here, angelos is masculine. That's why we're using be. And so, just something interesting to look at. Here we see this quote: "Yusif de Bishai." What's this one? Ne, right? Yeah, ne osmi be. It continues. Okay, so a handy tip to see or like to help with like being able to recognize articles is that or not just to recognize articles, but I mean a whole bunch of other stuff. In Coptic, you'll get by so much better if you associate all masculine words with the letter pi and all feminine words with tav or t. Okay, and the way that I remember T is that's just tav followed by iota, right? So it just looks like a ti. That's the sound that it makes. So its base is still tav. Then other definite articles like if or if can be remembered by just adding an h to the related letter or sound, right? So like if we were to I think the word's transdictate, I think. Or I'll just go with that. But like if we were to change this into like an English letter that would make the same sound, that would just be P, right? So if you add an H to it, that's a PH, which is just an F sound. And so you can remember that F sound would be masculine as well. And then over here, right, we have Talv, right? Like we said, this is the base, not this. This is just a modifier for it. But this is the base. And if you were to change this into an equivalent English letter, that would just be T. You'd add an H to it, TH. What letter makes sound TH? If, theta, right? And so with this, I hope that you get a better understanding of articles in Coptic. Yep, that's the end of the slideshow. But I hope that you get a better understanding of Coptic. Hope that this helps you. Okay, thank you.